Oh, just some scary movie.
You like scary movies?
Uh-huh.
What's your favorite scary movie?
I don't know.
You have to have a favorite.
Hey guys, welcome back to episode 2 of the Twisted Soulmates podcast. I'm your host, Eddie.
And I'm Ashley.
And my lovely, lovely wife, Ashley. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. How was your month?
My month was so good.
Mm-hmm.
For anybody who doesn't know, we recently got married.
Yes, we did at the end of July.
So we've been celebrating being a married couple.
It's been awesome.
It has been awesome.
Yes.
And we've been watching a ton of horror movies to get ready for our next pod episode.
That's right. This episode is on Paranormal Activity from the year 2009. I want to give a special shout out, though, to everyone that's taken a listen to episode 1, everyone that's hit us up on Instagram, personally. We've been getting really great feedback, especially on the audio, which makes me really happy. I was really nervous about that. Thank you so much. If you checked it out, we were happy we got one listen on the episode.
Yeah.
We got a lot more than we thought. We were very, very happy. We really appreciate everybody's support.
We also want to encourage you to follow us on our Instagram.
That's right.
At twistedslmtspod.
Yes.
We are actually doing some fun giveaways on there. So if you're interested in getting your own Twisted Soulmates podcast sticker, you can go over, give us a follow, give us a like on our post. And on our last post, you can share what your favorite scary movie is, and we'll send you a sticker.
Yep. We have stickers, guys. We have merch. Right now, if we reach 100 followers on the Instagram,
Yep.
We're giving away a Twisted Soulmates sweater. So, check us out, share, like, rate. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Definitely a lot of fun.
One thing I want to apologize for is on the first episode, about the last, 20 seconds, my microphone cut off. There was something wrong with the editing. We were trying to do the scary movie trivia cards that we have. You couldn't really hear anything. It didn't make any sense. So to reconcile that, we have our cards ready. We're gonna do a question right here at the top.
You guys are going to play along with us at home.
That's right. And then we're gonna do a question at the end of the episode. Also, stay tuned, I should say, to the end of the episode. We have some special news for the month of October regarding the episodes that we're going to be doing. And
It
I did
is
say
spooky
episodes.
season.
That's right. It's October. It's spooky season. It's been spooky season since August started. So,
Yeah.
But let's start with the trivia questions. Do you want to go first?
I'm going to go first. I'm going to ask
Go ahead.
you a question.
Hit me with it.
Okay. The first question is, Daniel Radcliffe starred in the 2012 adaptation of which Susan Hill novel?
That is, I hope I get the title right. Lady in the Water?
You're so close. It's not Lady in the Water. Those of you at home who are playing along, you are probably screaming right now.
I know someone who's screaming. One more try.
You're really close.
Lady in the Lake?
It's not lady. She is a lady, but it's a
Woman
different
in the Lake.
word. You're close. I'm going to give you the answer.
Okay.
The Woman in Black.
Oh, God. Okay.
Good job, though.
Thank you. I was very close. All right. I'll do mine. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. In the movie Insidious, Dalton Lambert has the ability to do what when he is sleeping?
Okay. So I don't know how to say this. He sleeps, but he can contact spirits. He can cross over to another side, a dimension almost.
I'll give you that. I'm going to give you the answer.
Yeah,
but
what
you're
does it
right.
say?
He can astral travel.
There we go.
Yes. So he's like Doctor Strange of the horror universe.
Awesome.
Insidious is one of those movies that I saw in the theater and it scared the living daylights out of me.
You're a big Insidious fan.
Yeah, I am. Well, yeah, I think I always said that the first one was one of the scariest movies I ever saw in theaters.
Yeah.
because that little red guy was just like, whoa.
We should cover that episode. If you'd like to hear an Insidious episode, comment on our Instagram.
Yep,
and
at
let us
Twisted
know.
Soulmates Pod.
Yes.
But speaking of movies that we saw in the theater that scared the bejesus out of us, Paranormal Activity from 2009. Do you remember when this movie first came out?
I do remember.
The hype that was all around it.
Yes.
It was incredible. It was like one of those movies that you heard so much about it, and it was a mystery because it had such a limited release.
Yeah.
And there was even a website. Do you remember the website where you had to request it to be in your city?
You told me about this. I was not aware
Yeah.
of them having a website to request it to be in their city, but that's pretty smart.
It was like a form of viral marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the year before that, the movie Cloverfield came out, which is also a found footage film, horror movie because it's a monster. They used viral marketing as well. That one is a little bit more complex. I could tell you at a later time, but Paranormal Activity did the same thing. They had a website where you could request it to be in your city because it was such a limited release. And the whole aura about it, or mystery behind it, was that it was found footage and people thought it was real.
I thought it was real.
Me too.
I'm not going to lie. I thought this was real footage. I haven't really seen a found footage movie since the Blair Witch Project, which came out 10 years before.
Yeah.
And when I went to go see this movie, I definitely thought it was real, which made it that much scarier to me.
They do a really good job in this movie with like keeping that mystique.
Yes.
And
do you want to talk about the first time that you saw the movie?
So it's not that crazy, but for years I thought it was crazy because of how, it's one of those movies you see it for the first time and you're like, oh my god. I watched it by myself in the dark in my bedroom.
Yeah.
That was the
How old were you?
2009. I was I don't know.
17?
I can't do math. Yeah.
You think you
17.
were about 17?
17, yeah. But yeah, that was like scary for me because I was by myself in my small room in the dark watching this movie that we all thought was real.
Yeah.
But you have a very interesting story.
I do.
Please tell that story.
Okay, so you already mentioned that it came out on a limited release. So it was nowhere showing in any of the theaters that were by my house. So shout out to my sister, actually, my older sister and her boyfriend at the time, who is actually now her husband and baby daddy. We went to the movies in the city to see Paranormal Activity at a 12 a.m. showing. And, we were really excited. I was about 18 at the time, and I couldn't wait to see the movie that I thought was real. It was, 12 in the morning in the city. There was no one out. It was creepy vibes. And actually, when the movie finished, we left there in silence. We were terrified.
Yep.
And when we walked back to my sister's husband's car, It was gone. So we had to deal with that whole situation. It was so creepy. It turns out the car was towed, so it wasn't stolen by a demon, thankfully. It was just towed. If you've ever been to the city or Manhattan, you know that they have signs on top of signs telling you where you can park and where you can't.
It's like such a scam.
Yeah, we read the signs wrong and his car got towed, but we were actually weren't able to get the car back till about 3 a.m.
Right.
Maybe even later. We got home crack of dawn, and I would say that almost like put a shock to our system, because after that we were just like, all right, nothing is scarier than losing your car in the city. So I would say that scared us more than the movie.
Yeah, that's like a real life situation right there.
It's a real life situation.
But yeah, that was the cool thing about the movie, that it made you want to see it more and more. So that first time when you see it, it was like, oh my god, every jump scare hit you hard.
It did.
So this movie came out, like I said, in 2009, directed by, I hope I don't butcher this, Oren Peli. It's starring Katie Featherston and Mika Sloat. This movie literally has 4 actors.
Yeah.
Because someone plays Katie's sister, and then there's a sidekick involved. 4 actors. And this movie, it's insane because nothing really happens. You don't see anything.
No.
But things do happen. They use sound. They play with the dark a little bit, which is like, it's scary.
Yeah.
The way it opens kind of plays with that, like, is it real mystique?
Definitely.
It says that it's Paramount Pictures is thanking the families of Katie and Mika and the San Diego Police Department, keeping you like on your toes, like questioning, like, whoa, like this is real, like they really have the footage for this.
Yeah, I definitely think they kept that illusion by just putting that in there. So, reinforcing that this could be real.
Right. The movie opens with Mika. He's immediately obsessed with his camera.
Yes.
He goes outside. Katie's arriving home in her little white Mazda. And then they show the date, September 18th, 2006. They seem to be like this really like cute, loving couple.
Yes.
But then as the movie progresses, it's very it gets real negative, real bad.
Their relationship definitely takes a turn for the worse.
Yeah, it does. One thing that I noticed is that Mika said that he has the camera to document any paranormal phenomena occurring.
Yeah, and he says that's happening or that is not happening in the house.
So immediately he's skeptical.
Yes.
Right?
He's a skeptic for sure.
Yeah.
He also jokes that if one of the neighborhood kids is trying to sneak a peek at Katie, that he's going to take care of it. So he's not convinced
at
all.
No, he's not convinced. And also Katie really quickly says something along the lines of, well, if that's the case, he's been watching me since I was 8 years old.
Yeah, and it's impossible for those neighborhood kids who are probably around 8-10 years old to be watching her since she was 8 years old.
Yeah, they just so happen to follow her to San Diego, California, which is like, okay, all right.
Micah mentions that he's going to set the camera up in the bedroom while they're sleeping. And Micah asks Katie if she knows any tricks to make things happen because catching it on camera would substantiate Katie's claims. Katie says, I don't want to make things happen, but if they do happen, we'll be able to catch it. And she also asks Micah if he believes her. And I feel like very unconvincingly, Micah says, of course I believe you. But I was not convinced by his answer.
No. He's going to come off in this movie as very egotistical. Toxic is a very key word here. He becomes really obsessed with the camera more than helping Katie.
Yeah.
And it's very annoying to see.
Definitely.
Because he wants to capture this footage so bad because it's so cool. He's like, oh, this is amazing. This is like the first time that this is going to be on footage and we have proof. So, but
I would say they had very different goals. Like his goal is to catch things happening on camera, and her goal is for the things to stop happening.
Right. Katie has been living with this since since she was 8 years old. Sorry, I can't talk today. And she's about what, late 20s at this point?
Yeah,
30s,
I would say so.
She's tired of it. She wants to figure out how to solve this. She wants this burden off of her. And Mika's like, this is amazing. And it's like, no, it's not.
Yeah. But I don't think he knew at this
didn't.
point. Yeah.
He didn't. But one thing I noticed also was like vlogging in 2006. Wow.
With a huge camera.
With a huge production camera.
I have to say, good on Micah for carrying that around.
How much do you think that cost in 2006?
I think it was expensive. Maybe about $1,000.
And for 2006,
that was very expensive.
Yeah, I mean it is now, but
yeah,
then it was like, whoa, you got $1,000 to buy a camera.
Yeah, his commitment to carrying that around the whole movie.
His shoulder's killing him. So Micah tests. I'm gonna say Micah or Mika. I'm sorry. He tests the audio and the microphone, and Katie hears a noise coming from the kitchen, and immediately that's where we think that's our first scare. It's just the ice maker from the fridge.
Yeah.
This movie does a lot of, like I said, noise work. Like you don't see anything. The noises is what gets you. The jump scares are what gets you. I gotta say, The first time I saw this movie, it was scary because of all of the questions around it. Now watching it as a full-grown adult and not a scared teenager in the dark, it's not like I remember.
We're definitely going to get to that when we talk about the rating at the end for sure. But I completely agree with you. Also, we now know that this is not real found footage. So I think that, and plays also into the fact of it being a little bit less scary.
And also the sequels kind of like ruin everything that's happened in this first movie, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So, it's one of those movies that's a victim of cash grab sequels. I'm looking at you, Halloween. Okay, so where are we now?
Well, we see Micah set up the camera in the bedroom.
Yes.
And it's actually in a prime spot. We can see the bed.
Everything.
We can see the entire bedroom. We can see the hallway. We can see the staircase also. So it's in a good spot where we can see a lot happening in the house.
Right.
If anything happens, as Micah would say. And then we begin on night 1.
Yeah.
And at 2:09 to be exact in the morning, we hear a low humming noise and a thumping. We also hear some keys jingling.
Yep.
And
he's moved in.
Yeah, he's moved in. He's moving into their house. He's making himself at home.
Yep.
This doesn't wake them up, though. So they find the keys in the morning on the floor in the middle of the kitchen. And, of course, Katie's first response is to ask Micah if he moved her keys. And he jokes that this is proof that evil forces came from beyond the grave to move her keys. And again, he's joking, right?
Yeah.
Of course, Micah just probably thinks that, Katie left them there or doesn't remember what she did with them. And Micah's sense of humor in the beginning of the movie kind of lightens the tone, but it also has us believe that he doesn't take Katie's claims seriously.
He's very immature.
Yes.
Throughout the movie, I was looking over to you and I was like, I hate this guy so much. It's one thing to joke around and stuff like that, but he's so immature. He's so annoying to hear.
Yeah.
To look at.
Yeah.
I'll even say.
We have to give him some grace though, because he's had no experience with paranormal phenomena.
Correct.
And also he's, Katie's just telling this to him for the first time, really. She's revealing this, and it seems like they've already been in a long-term relationship for a while. So imagine, me and you, we've been together for a long time. If I just sprung something like this on you, I'm sure you'd be a little skeptical.
No.
You wouldn't?
No, I'm sorry, I wouldn't. I've grown up to, I don't know, to respect these things.
Well, do you think that's due to us being huge horror fans also?
Yes.
That we're just, we expect the unexpected?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Fair.
I like I said, I've always been taught to, like, you don't invite those things to the house.
No.
You don't shout out to them. You don't antagonize them, Mika.
Right. Yeah.
So you leave it alone. That stuff to me is very real. You don't play with that.
Same.
So, so after this, they decide to bring a psychic to the house.
Yes.
Again, Mika's very skeptical. So he's very skeptical about the psychic. The psychic shows up, and Mika asks a bunch of stupid questions.
Not taking it seriously
not at all,
again.
No. It's very... Oh, God, he's very immature.
Yeah. And the psychic explains that under stress, people can mistake creaky floors as something more. So he's trying to find out right now if what they're experiencing is also real. And so he asks Micah about when her haunting began.
Right.
And she explains that it began when she was 8, that her and her sister both experienced this. And she would feel breathing that would wake her up in the middle of the night.
Right.
And she would wake her sister up, and she would see a dark, shadowy figure at the foot of her bed. She mentions that also her sister saw the figure, but that it was always by her bedside.
Right.
She mentions how terrified her and her sister were and how they would be frozen in fear. And Micah explains that this started at her first house.
Yes.
But they had to move because her house was destroyed in a fire. And the psychic asks about this fire and if they were ever able to determine what caused it. And Katie says no, but they did determine that it was not an electrical fire. So Katie mentioned that the haunting continued even after they had moved houses. And so from 13 on, it would happen periodically. But recently, things have started happening again over the past few weeks. The psychic mentions that because this haunting continued through the years and through multiple moves, that the connection is to Katie.
Right.
And Katie shows the psychic around their house and mentions that, you know, the lights flicker, the faucets of the sink turn on and off.
Unexpectedly.
Yes. They hear banging on the walls, scratching.
Whispering.
Sometimes Katie hears her name being called.
Right.
And Micah asks the psychic if there's anything they can do to make the haunting increase its activity so they can capture it on camera. And the psychic does not like that idea at all. He says that, you know, negative energy is what the how the haunting would feed off of. And Micah jokes that Katie should not let her mom come over anymore because she's really mean. Again, not taking this seriously.
Right. Little pod shots.
Yes. Katie tells Micah to stop joking. And this is where we see Katie actually starting to get upset for the first time with Micah.
Going back to how he's not taking it seriously. When they're talking to the psychic and Katie's explaining how this has been happening since she was 8 years old, Mika's like, why don't we just get a Ouija board and find out what it wants, and we'll give it what it wants. And the psychic looks at him like he's an idiot and was like, because it probably wants Katie. So that's a bad idea. And he literally says, do you understand? And Mika goes, yeah.
Yeah, and this was after he had explained to them that a ghost is a person who passed, but a demon is something different because it's a non-human entity, and he tells them that they're dealing with a demon. Correct. In their case, right?
Yeah.
And he still makes that joke about getting the Ouija board, talking to it, and giving it what it wants. And I think that's when the psychic, you know, changed attitudes with Mika.
Yeah. I guess he realized that Mika's not taking it seriously.
No.
When they are upstairs with the psychic and they're looking around the halls, I noticed that the psychic was holding his chest. It's almost like he felt like there was a small sense of energy, dark energy, negative energy. Speaking of which, he does say that the hauntings could feed off of negative energy, which is a key component throughout this entire movie, because this couple goes from this loving, cutesy, demure couple. And then through a couple of weeks, because, you know, they show night 1 all the way up to, I believe, night 21 is the last night. They fight, they bicker, they get really angry. It just gets more and more negative and negative. So they don't listen. Mika doesn't listen to the psychic throughout the movie.
He's not very mindful.
No.
And so the psychic does end up telling them that he is uncomfortable dealing with this situation because demons are not his expertise.
Yeah.
And he also senses that something in the house, the demon in the house, Katie cannot run from. He tells her, you know, since it's followed you throughout the years, you can't really run from this. And he gives Katie some helpful information. It's for a demonologist named Dr. Avery's.
Yes.
And he claims that he would be better suited to help the couple, right? Micah jokes again about the Ouija board, and he gives them that warning that, you know, demons probably would want Katie, as he's followed her throughout her life. And then they get ready for bed, right?
Right.
The psychic leaves, and as they're getting ready for bed, Katie mentions that she wants to call Dr. Avery's in the morning, and Micah scoffs at Katie a bit, and he sort of pokes fun at her.
A lot.
Yeah, for sure, for taking it as serious as she does.
Right.
And, you know, after he makes fun of her, she then promises to only call if things get worse.
At this point, I also wanted to point out, this is 15 minutes into the movie.
Yeah.
There's an hour and 9 minutes left. Nothing has happened. You maybe heard some sounds. You heard one sound that was a faux pas sound. And you have a psychic coming in basically explaining the premise of this entity. So, again, we said it in Talk to Me, how the hand had rules. This psychic is basically saying that this entity has rules. And honestly, one of the rules that he's saying, and I'm going to harp on it because it's really annoying, negative energy. It feeds off negative energy. So stop being negative.
Yeah, Micah seems set on breaking these rules almost.
Yeah, because he's so egotistical and he's skeptical about it.
Yes.
So
we jump to night 3.
Yeah.
And at 2:09 a.m. to be exact, we hear humming and floors creaking. Then we see the door to the bedroom open and close on its own.
One thing I do want to point out too, whenever these nights occur, and even throughout the movie, because there's some daytime parts, whenever there's a low humming sound, the demon's around.
It's about to get real.
He's ready to party. And you know that he's there and he's ready to cause chaos. But yeah, the door, there's rattling, the door creaking back and forth. And, you know, whenever you're home and there's a windy day, you got the windows open, you see the door go, and it's just like, oh, that's scary.
Yeah.
But in this case,
they had no windows open.
There was no windows open. There's something there in the room and in the hallway running amok.
Micah seems excited about what he's captured on the camera, and he asks Katie if she can invite the ghost back so he can capture more strange happenings on his camera.
How selfish is that?
Yes. Katie, I agree. It's very selfish, especially because his girlfriend is terrified.
Terrified since 8 years old.
Yeah.
You heard her pour her heart out to this poor psychic, and you're like, hey, can you invite him back for some, fun times? Because I need footage. And it's like, wow, you're selfish. You're TikTok before TikTok, bro.
He's still not a believer.
Yeah.
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 Katie mentions that she just wants it to stop. Again, she's being clear with what she wants, and Micah's not listening and not hearing her, right? It's all about him and what he wants. That night, Micah wants to start communicating with the demon, so he asks if the moving door was part of his master plan or if he just likes doing random shit. That's what he asked the demon.
Yeah.
Katie says she feels like the demon wants to hurt her, and Micah says that this could be a really rare thing that they're going to capture on tape. So he's still excited, even though she's expressed that she feels like she's, in danger. Again, excited when he should not be.
I put in my notes, what a douche.
Yeah.
Because he's so selfish, and he's skeptical, but he's so into getting this footage about this entity, making a door go by itself, and to the point where he's antagonizing it. And like I said, the psychic said it feeds off the negative energy, so stop doing that. But he doesn't care.
No,
he doesn't care. And it's, his girlfriend's there. His girlfriend's been saying how bad this has been in her entire life, and he just continues to do it, and it's not right.
And throughout the movie, we see Katie being very understanding with him. She even explains that, I'm scared, but I know that you're excited. But I've been dealing with this for years, and I don't want it to get worse. So I feel like she's already explained this to him multiple times now throughout the movie. And Micah actually fires back at her and criticizes Katie for not telling him while they were dating before they moved in together that she comes with a ghost.
That's so unfair.
Yeah.
You said it before, I think. You said that, imagine if when we first met, you were like, hey, yeah, I have a ghost that follows me.
Well, Katie would at that point be undateable. And so I think she hid that for a reason.
Yeah.
But do you think that he has a point here? That maybe she should have told him before they moved in together?
Before they moved in together, yes.
Yeah.
Not like date 5. Like,
no, definitely not.
Yeah. Because that's something, well, I never met anybody that said that.
No.
So,
but would you, if you were single, would you date someone who said they're haunted?
No.
Me neither.
No, I'm sorry. No. We watch way too many scary movies, so no.
Yeah.
No.
Sorry for
That's
anyone
okay.
who's out there haunted.
It's okay, but no, you don't have to apologize. Say your truth. All right, so this is night 5, right?
This is night 5. Good.
At this point, there's an hour left in the movie. This is when I want to say the fun starts.
Is this where it turns up?
I guess so. This
Okay.
is everything starts happening little by little, and it gets increasingly worse. So night 5, here we are. The low humming. He's awake.
Yeah.
Katie wakes up gasping, and that's a jump scare right there.
Yes.
And then there's a slamming at the door, and then here comes Mika. What does he say? That's all you got? Again, negative energy.
That's just horror 101. You don't ask for more because surely there's more.
Yeah, there's
He's now
surely there's more.
There's more. This demon has just shown little by little what he's capable of, really.
Yeah.
And Micah continues to taunt him. Then we jump to the morning, correct?
Yes. Now I want to ask you a pop quiz. Ready? What did the psychic say about the Ouija board?
That it would invite the demon in.
Okay, so after Mika hears a voice on the recording of the tape from the night before, he wants a Ouija board.
Yes, he tells Katie this, right?
Yeah.
And he tells Katie this in front of her sister, and they're both explaining that that's a terrible idea.
Yeah.
Now, this is the second time he's heard that this is such a terrible idea. And he agrees, though. He does agree, finally. Maybe to get them to shut up, he tells them, okay, I won't do it.
He says specifically, I promise I won't buy a Ouija board.
Yeah. Keyword is buy.
Yes. Mika taunts the demon on another night before bed. And he calls the demon worthless.
And nothing. Yeah. That would hurt even a regular person.
Yeah, I felt hurt. I was like, wow, jeez. So that was night 5.
And then we kind of jumped to night 13, don't we?
Yeah, they had a few good nights where nothing happened. They slept well. But go ahead. Tell us what happened on night 13.
So at 3:13 a.m. on night 13, the couple wakes up to soft thumping, and as they are trying to listen, they hear a loud shriek.
Yes.
And a crashing sound, which seemingly is coming from downstairs. So they run downstairs to investigate, and we see that their chandelier is rocking back and forth. So they do know that something was down there, and that shriek was probably one of the scarier moments that we've seen in the movie so far.
Best scare so far.
Yes.
Up to that point for me. I think actually probably the best scare of the entire movie.
Yes.
That shrieking sound was so cool. I don't know why, I liked it.
It was really the first time we heard the demon, right? And his voice.
Yes, absolutely.
So in the morning, Micah claims that they are capturing grade A shit on camera. God. Katie suggests that they stop filming, and Micah says that then they would miss out on all the cool stuff going on in the house. And Katie seems annoyed again that he called it cool and tells Micah that none of this happened before he brought the camera into their house.
That's right, Mika. You're the problem.
Yeah.
You are the problem, sir. You don't listen to a psychic. You don't listen to your girlfriend, first of all.
Or her sister.
Or her sister.
We've had multiple people warn him already.
Yeah. But he's so into getting this footage, this cutting-edge footage of this ghost or this entity, that he'll just go over anybody's head to get it.
I'll tell you one thing. Micah did not grow up watching scary movies.
No, he did not.
He would know better.
No, he probably didn't grow up hearing the word no.
Or that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
Then we jump to night 15, so that's 2 nights later, and Katie wakes up and again she hears a low humming, right? So now we know that this really does indicate that something's about to go down.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And she gets out of bed and she stands and stares at Micah for 2 hours. She's sort of
from 1:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m.
Yes, it kind of seems like she's maybe sleepwalking, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Because then she goes downstairs and she's now out of view of the camera. We don't know what she's doing.
Right. We don't know what she's doing until Mika gets up and he starts looking for her. But of course, he brings the camera around.
Oh, yeah, that's the first thing. Your girlfriend's missing. Let me grab a camera.
Because remember, folks, this is a movie. And we can't see what the camera doesn't see.
Micah was COE before COE was even a thing. Content over everything.
That's good.
Micah tries to get Katie. Oh, so Micah goes downstairs looking for Katie, right? He takes the camera. He finds Katie outside. Micah tries to get Katie to come inside, but she refuses, right?
Yeah.
She's sort of in this fugue state where she's like talking really low and she's very out of it.
Right.
And when she refuses to go inside, Micah becomes upset and he says, fine, I'm going to go get you a blanket. It's freezing out here and I'll stay out here with you.
Mm-hmm.
He goes inside to get a blanket, but then he hears a really loud crashing noise upstairs.
Yes.
And we hear the TV turn on to static. And Micah goes upstairs to investigate, right? Yeah. And he goes upstairs into their bedroom and he's looking at what made the sound. And this is where another jump scare comes in. He turns the camera towards the door because he's going back out to check on Katie, and boom, Katie is right there in the frame.
And that got you.
Yeah, I jumped.
That got you. And I thought that was adorable. And I said that this is like jump scare galore here.
Yeah.
That's like I said, this movie really depended on the jump scares.
Yes.
Because you don't see anything. There's no monster to see. You hear it. Noises, dark, nighttime. All the things that could trigger somebody being scared in a horror movie, all the horror movie tropes, it's there.
Yeah.
So what do? They use what they got. They can make noises. They could create noises, and it's what makes it fun. You know, it's like a ride.
Yeah.
It's like a ride, and they did do a good job with that. I will say that.
Definitely.
Katie doesn't remember leaving the room and being outside when they reviewed the footage the next morning. And then the next thing you know, this idiot bought a Ouija board.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He also mentions that bringing an exorcist into their house will only make things worse. And he doesn't want things to get worse. And he's kind of manipulating Katie, right? She's been wanting to call this expert, this demonologist in, and he's calling him an exorcist.
Right.
And he's saying that it's only going to upset the demon further. But then he gets a Ouija board.
He doesn't listen.
No,
he doesn't listen. He wants to do what he wants to do. And there's nobody's going to stop him. Katie's not going to stop him. The psychic isn't going to stop him. He's going to do what he wants. So then they get the Ouija board.
Well, he gets the Ouija board.
I'm sorry. He gets the Ouija board.
Katie's quite upset.
Yes. They leave to go out for dinner. I think they leave like at 7 p.m. it said.
Mm-hmm. They also leave fighting.
They leave fighting.
So there's a lot of negative energy that they leave behind in the house when they go out to dinner.
And we've been saying the words negative energy. That's the whole premise.
Yeah.
The psychic said it. If you keep doing that, it's gonna invite the demon in. Mm-hmm. And Mika is the cause of it. we keep hating on him, but it's the truth.
Yeah.
So when they go out, you see the camera's still rolling, and it's pointed at the Ouija board. And the little dial that you use to communicate starts moving by itself. Mm-hmm. Then all of a sudden it catches fire.
Yeah.
Then they come back at 11 p.m. It's still sitting there. Mika comes back and says, whoa, what is this? Like, there's markings on here.
He's excited.
He's so excited. He's so amped up for this Ouija board having all these marks. And he watches the tape back and tries to figure out what the demon was trying to say.
Yes.
And he comes out with possible names.
Mm-hmm.
And I know one of them was Diane.
Nadine,
and Adina.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the three possible names, which will play a small little part later on in the film.
Katie, again, is upset about that he left the Ouija board out. It caught fire, that he's trying to figure out what the demon is communicating to him. And we see them have another huge blow-up argument, right?
Yeah.
And Micah wants Katie to forgive him, and he promises not to offend the demon anymore. We see him kind of do a confession to the camera almost. And he says, I promise not to offend the demon anymore and to abide by Katie's rules about the camera. Now, do we believe Micah at this point?
No.
No, I think he's just trying to make Katie a little less pissed at him.
Right.
Micah wants, then we jump to, okay, Micah not doing anything he said he was going to do because he decides that he wants to use powder, okay, baby powder, to track the demon's footprints throughout the house. Katie agrees to this plan, surprisingly, but she does say that if this doesn't work, they're going to call the demonologist. And Katie and Micah get into another argument because he wants to handle the situation himself. Katie says that this is the last night of him handling things, and tomorrow she makes the phone call.
Like I said before, at this point, over the course of the movie, they're fighting more and more.
Yeah.
Adding to the negativity.
Almost twice a day at this point, we see them fighting.
Yeah. When they'll like rewatch the footage, then they'll discuss it, then they'll get into a fight about what Mika wants to do. And then he'll promise not to do it. Then Mika does it behind Katie's back, betraying her trust. She gets upset, curses him out. And he goes, what the fuck? Chill out. And that just keeps adding to it.
We see the immaturity.
Yes.
So on night 17 at 3:15 a.m.
Low humming.
We hear again that low humming, the demon's making his announcement that he's coming. We hear some footsteps, and we actually see the footprints coming from the hallway closet leading into the couple's bedroom. So the powder idea did work, right?
Yeah.
And in the closet, there is a door to the attic. Well, they go investigate, Mika and Katie, right? And they go and see in the closet, in the hallway, that there is a door to the attic, which the demon left open.
Yeah.
And Micah investigates what's in the attic and finds a picture of young Katie with burnt edges. And Katie says that that's from her old house, and she hasn't seen that picture in 15 years. Katie asks where was the picture in the attic, and Micah says it was over their bed.
That's terrifying.
Terrifying.
And I think she starts crying or starts sobbing at that point. And,
yes.
This thing it's been following her whole life. It's led her all the way down to this point too, and it will not let her go.
Yeah.
For what we don't know, because technically at this point, when we first saw the movie, there was no sequels.
No.
There was no explanation of why this entity is there, who summoned it. We find out later, spoiler alert, in one of the later sequels, it's all a coven.
Yes.
There was a bunch of witchcraft, and they promised to sacrifice one of the children, I think the eldest. And I don't want to get into too much detail because I don't remember it specifically. But, at this point, when you're watching the movie, you're like, what is going on?
Yeah.
So, that night 17, a lot happened there. The powder showed that it is a demon because it only had 3 toes.
Yeah, like hooves.
Yes, and it walked into their room, but it never walked out.
No.
So
he's making himself at home.
Yep. So after the night with the powder, Mika says that he's in control and he's making progress when clearly he's not.
No, and he seems really overwhelmed.
Extremely overwhelmed. Well, they both are, because he's overwhelmed because he feels like the demon is challenging him, right? So he feels like it's challenging him, but really it's using his negative energy to infiltrate their house to get to Katie. And Katie is just getting upset because Mika's not listening to her, and doing everything that she doesn't want him to do, and is just being skeptical yet intrigued by the footage.
Yes.
So at this point, Katie's like, I'm calling the demonologist. Makes the call. Apparently the demonologist is not in the office. He's out of town. So they call the psychic from the beginning of the movie.
Who, by the way, is my favorite character.
Why is he your favorite character?
We're going to get to it.
Oh, okay.
We're going to get to it.
So they call the psychic. The psychic agrees to come over to the house again. And this is the part where he shows up, correct?
Well, we do night 18 first. We see night 18 before he comes.
Right.
So on night 18 at 3:53 a.m., we see the downstairs light turn on, and we hear footsteps climbing the stairs, and the light downstairs turns back off, and the bedroom door slams.
Yeah.
Micah gets closer to the door to open it, and the demon starts pounding on the door. Micah and Katie go out into the hallway to investigate, which I'm sorry, if something is pounding on my bedroom door, I'm not opening it.
Well, I'm sorry, to your point, if they're flickering the lights on and off like that, trying to raise my Con Ed bill, I'm going out and I'm fighting them.
He needs to pay rent.
Yeah, at that point, yeah. He's dropping keys. He's banging like he owns the place, turning the lights on and off, turning on the TV when nobody's in the room. When I was a kid, I was told you don't do that.
No, at this point, you have to square up or pay the rent.
He was not raised right.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
And Micah and Katie, they go out into the hallway to investigate, and Micah taunts the demon once again, asking, "Do you have a problem? Show yourself." And the bedroom door slams on its own, and somehow Micah and Katie still end up sleeping that night and in their bedroom instead of leaving.
They should have left.
How many nights ago?
The night with the shrieking.
Yes, that. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, somebody.
They should have been out.
Something is screaming in your house, and you can't, one, see it, two, fight it. Then I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. We're going to a hotel. We're burning the house down. That's it.
And the next morning, Katie explains that she doesn't want to be in the house anymore. Katie is looking exhausted. This is the worst she's looked the whole movie.
This is when Mika finds her on the couch.
Yes.
And yeah.
She looks defeated. She almost looks sick, right? Pale as a ghost.
Yeah.
Cut to them ordering takeout, right? And they're eating in the kitchen, and they're kind of just playing around with their food because at this point I feel like they don't have an appetite.
Right.
And as they're sitting down in the kitchen attempting to eat, they hear some loud noise upstairs. And it's like a loud crashing noise almost. And they go upstairs to see what happened. And they notice that the picture of them in the hallway has broken glass. And the glass is broken right over Micah's face, right?
Yes.
And so he seems to be the target of the hatred that the demon has.
Yeah.
And Micah even says out loud, he says, "Why is my face all scratched up?"
Oh, wow. Really?
I think
don't
we know.
I have no idea.
Katie says that she can feel the demon breathing on her, and she runs downstairs. Micah asks if this shit has happened in the daytime before, and Katie says it's getting worse. So now the demon is, playing around with them in the daytime.
He's not waiting for nighttime to come. He's getting closer and closer.
And stronger, I would say, right?
Yeah, because they're saying that it's getting worse, and he's getting closer and closer, and he's feeding off of everything that's happening around them.
Yeah.
And they said there was a moment too in the movie where Mika has a book about demons and witches and whatnot.
Yes.
And he did say that demons have been haunting and following people for years and decades, and that they play tricks, evil tricks on people for their enjoyment. So I guess that them being so scared is fueling them.
Yes.
It's like with Freddy Krueger in Freddy versus Jason. He needed Jason to kill for Freddy and make them think it was Freddy Krueger to fuel that belief. So that's what the demon's doing. Yeah,
he's getting stronger as their relationship is getting weaker, I would say also, right? Because they are at a loss at this point. And
also, I'm sorry, just to point out, I need a new way to take notes because the same thing that happened in episode 1 with my notes where it cut off for some reason happened again. So I'm going solely based off of your notes because you take amazing notes and memory. But this won't happen again.
You tried to be fancy, right?
I did. The Apple Pencil's like making it freeze. I'm just going to do it on my phone.
So finally, we see the psychic arrive, right? We've been waiting for them to get some help. And he walks. This is now why he's my favorite character. Can I say it? Yes, you have to say it. What does he do?
The psychic walks into the house, says hello to Katie first, and says hello to Mika. Then he puts on this face like he just smelled butt. Like this face that and then he goes, wow. And he goes, oh, this is overpowering. And they're like, what's going on? And he's like, this demon is really upset that I'm here. I don't need to be here. And I got to go.
Yeah.
I'm talking like he spent less than 2 minutes in the house.
Yeah.
And he's like, I'm out.
Yeah.
He's like, I can't help y'all.
Have you ever walked into a public restroom, okay, and you just walk in and you take a deep breath and you are immediately hit with a stench that is so foul that you feel offended and you have to walk right out?
Yes, the Burger King on 116th Street in the city. Yes, yeah, that one's terrible.
Yeah, I feel like probably any Burger King bathroom would be that way.
You'd be surprised.
But this man was offended. He was offended. He was grabbing his chest again and he was out. And at this point, Micah and Katie are begging him to help them.
Yeah.
Okay. And he is just like, I gotta go. The demonologist comes back into town in a few days.
3 days to be exact.
Yep, 3 days. Dr. Avery's will be back. I got to get out of here. And
They're not
I do
lasting 3
not.
days.
No, they're not. I do not blame him
No.
for bouncing. He's my favorite character, I would say, because he's the smartest person in the movie.
Absolutely. I'll even throw Katie in that subject of being the smartest person because she's like, we have to leave this house.
If Katie was smarter, she would have kicked Micah out because he was antagonizing a demon.
Was it? But whose house is it? Is it hers or his?
Or she should go. It doesn't even
Either
matter
way,
at
y'all
this
have to
point. They had to separate.
Yeah.
They wanted two different things at this point. And
Yeah.
I don't mean separate forever, but just until this demon calms down. Then we see Katie, she's really breaking down at this point because she realizes that they're not going to get help. And she's crying and explaining to Micah how tired she is.
Yeah.
And then we jump to night 19. And at 1:33 a.m., we hear a loud humming and pounding, and we see the sheets of the bed fly up, and the demon exposes Katie's foot.
Yeah.
Okay, another foot movie. If you listen to Talk to Me,
Yes.
you know what we're referring to.
Yes. Good catch. I did not realize that. Yeah.
We fast forward to 3:04 a.m. and we see the closet in the hallway. The light turns on and off, and we hear the demon growl.
Mm-hmm.
And Katie wakes up because she felt the demon breathing on her.
Yeah. She feels that a couple of times.
Yeah.
The part with the picture with the scratch over Mika's
Yes.
face, she freezes because she feels the demon behind her breathing on her.
Mm-hmm.
And she just is frozen. She can't move.
Yeah, he doesn't know about personal space.
No, he's very rude,
Yeah.
as we can see.
What do you think demon breath smells like?
The Burger King bathroom on 116th Street.
The next morning, Katie seems completely unhinged, and she says that she can feel it watching her. Micah says, "You're freaking me out." Finally, Micah, welcome to the party.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
It only took 19 days?
Mm-hmm.
I cannot. Katie explains that they have to figure something out because she can feel that something is wrong. And Micah tells Katie about Diane. And he's
Yes.
been doing some research. He tells Micah about a woman who all these things that are happening to Katie
Right.
was happening to Diane. And that's the name that we think the demon was putting on the Ouija board in the beginning.
Right.
And he says that she got an exorcist and it actually made her worse and she passed away.
Yeah, and it took place in the 1960s.
Yes.
They thought they could reach out to this woman, and it turned out it didn't help at all.
No.
But that's, again, I don't even think that was explained in the later films. Because, okay, this person had a demon following her in
Yeah.
the 60s, and the exorcist came and tried to help.
Yeah.
She passed away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's just there's demons that are bouncing from people to people from this perspective. If
Yeah.
you're watching this for your first time and you don't think about the sequels.
Mm-hmm.
The sequels, again, Coven, witches, blah, blah, blah. So it kind of, like, it's another thing where, like, it kind of cancels that part out.
Yeah.
So
Unless they just didn't make the ties to Diane in the sequels, but maybe Diane was involved in the coven or her family was. And
probably.
yeah, but they didn't bring that back up. You're right.
I don't remember that at all. If
No.
they did and you guys know about it, let us know, please,
Yeah.
because I don't remember.
Well, now that we've rewatched this, I almost want to watch the sequels, after watching this one again recently. And I kind of want to see how they tie everything together.
Apparently there was one that came out 2 years ago.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, we need to see that as well.
Yeah, it's on
Wow.
Paramount Plus, so we'll check
Oh,
that
there
out.
we go.
There you go.
Nice little movie night.
There you go.
Okay, so cut to another argument between Katie and Micah.
Shocker.
Yeah, the negative energy is growing. Katie says that Micah and his camera are the problem. And Micah claims that Katie was the one who brought the demon here.
Right.
So they're firing shots at each other. You're the problem, you're filming and you're antagonizing it. And he's like, hey, there wouldn't even be a demon here if it wasn't for you.
Mm-hmm.
And
Cold-blooded.
oh yeah, that was cold. And so the negative energy is just growing. And then we get to night 20. And at 4:31 a.m., we hear a loud humming noise and we see Katie. Now the demon has amped it up, okay?
Yep.
He drags her out of the bed by her foot.
Rude.
And she falls on the floor, and where she wakes up on the floor, and she's dragged out of the room screaming for Micah.
Yeah.
Micah jumps out of the bed to help Katie, and he's screaming, let her go, let her go. And Katie gets away from the demon, and they run back into the bedroom, and they're holding each other, and they somehow manage to jump to the next day. Like, did they go to sleep after that? We're not sure because the camera cuts, right?
The camera did cut.
Mm-hmm.
And it cut, but I don't think they went to sleep.
I hope not.
Because I think Katie, they show her like tired the next day.
They show her exhausted in the morning.
Right.
But we don't know what they did
Right.
from that time.
After the demon pulls her leg, Mika gets her, and then Katie's like, "We have to leave this house."
Yes.
And Mika's like, "All right, we're out."
We see them. She's on the couch, I believe, and he has the camera, and he's talking to her in the morning, and he asks Katie to show her back. And Katie lifts up her shirt, and there is a huge bite mark on her back. This bite is just taking up half of her entire back.
Yeah.
And Katie begs Micah to leave with her, and he finally agrees.
Yeah.
They're done with this.
He finally
It
made a smart choice.
only took a demon to bite her.
Yeah, and it took only an hour and 20 minutes into the movie.
Then we cut to Micah, right? And he's ready to leave, but Katie is now in a catatonic like state.
Yes.
And she's on the floor grasping a cross so hard that her hands are bleeding. And Katie, Micah tries to clean her up and help her. And I guess he put Katie in the bed while he packed the car.
Yeah.
And when he was done packing, he goes upstairs and he tells Katie, like, hey, the car is packed. We're ready to go. Let's get out of here. And what does Katie say? Katie says that she thinks they're going to be fine now. But
Let's stay.
yeah, she wants to say. This part of the movie is a little bit creepy because Katie says, I think we'll be okay now, but we hear two people saying it.
Yes, a second voice is merging with her voice.
Yes.
As she's saying, I think we'll be okay.
So we hear the demon's voice speaking almost with her or through her, right?
Yes.
And then she smiles, which seems like for the first time in a while, because remember, she's been terrified for like 20 nights.
Yeah.
And so we see her smile, and I feel like right then and there, Katie's kind of gone.
She's gone. That's it. The bite was what got the demon to take over her body.
Yeah.
And the demon is like, no, we're staying here. It's my house now. So let's stay here and have a party tonight.
And Micah, even though he's kind of a jerk, I feel like he does love Katie because he agrees to stay with her, right?
Yeah.
And on night 21, we hear the loud humming coming again.
Yep.
And Katie, this was creepy to me. She sits straight up.
like
Okay.
the Undertaker.
Just like the Undertaker from a deep sleep. She sits straight up in the bed.
Fast too. It wasn't like you ever sat up and you're tired, you're like, oh, I gotta use the bathroom. No, she sat way up.
She had no grogginess. Yeah. She was on 100. And she turns to Micah, and the sheets get dragged off of Micah's body by the demon because Katie was nowhere near him for her to do that. And she walks over to the side of the bed that he's laying in, and she stares at him for about 2 hours, standing over him before walking downstairs, right? We see Katie walk downstairs, and then we hear her scream this blood-curdling scream that I've never heard come out of Katie's body before. It was almost deep.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if, again, that was the demon screaming with her. Micah runs downstairs, and he jumps right out of the bed. This time, he did not grab the camera because that scream must have scared the absolute shit out of him. And we hear him downstairs say, "Oh my God." And then we get one big loud thud. And then we don't hear anything for a good minute.
No.
We then hear some heavy footsteps climbing the stairs. And we see Katie covered in blood. And she just throws Micah's body like he doesn't weigh a thing. And his body hits the camera.
Like he's nothing.
Nothing.
It was like a puppet.
She gets down on all fours. And she sniffs him like an animal almost, right? And she turns to the camera and she smiles. And then we see her face morph seemingly into the demon's face, implying that now now Katie is possessed, right?
Yep.
The movie ends right there. And then we see a message that Micah's body was located by the police and Katie is still missing in action.
And that's it. There was no credits.
That was it, guys.
That was it. The ending is interesting. I had no idea that they had alternate endings till about a week ago.
Yeah.
Excuse me. The ending that we saw there, I believe, was the theatrical ending.
Yes, it was.
Right. There was an ending that they wrote but did not film because they felt it was too brutal.
Do you know what it was?
Yes, Mika grabs the camera, goes downstairs, and Katie takes it from him and beats him with it.
Okay.
And that would have been that. So that's the one that wasn't filmed.
She beats him with the camera that he loved.
Yeah.
Okay, I could see that.
Yeah. Then there was one where she throws Mika. Okay. And she goes upstairs and she sits on the side of the bed, on her side of the bed, on the floor. She sits there till morning, and then you hear the police come upstairs. I think it's actually a few days passes. The police come in. They find Mika's body on the kitchen. She's upstairs. They come upstairs. She starts getting up, and then she starts coming to, as if the demon is not possessing her anymore.
Okay.
And she goes, "What's going on? What's going on? Where's Mika? Where's Mika?" And then they're like, "Put your hands up, put your hands up." And then she starts like walking towards them still, confused. They shoot her.
Oh.
That's one ending. And then the other ending was throws Mika, comes up the stairs, knife in her hand, and
Oh, herself?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I like the commitment to 4 different endings. That's really cool that they filmed some options.
Well, I feel like that last one I just told you about would have just made, that's it. That's Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. No sequels, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're in sequel town. You know,
Yeah.
we're trying to make money off of these films, and we're trying to, at this point, just cash grab it because those sequels are not that great.
Yeah, no.
I think even in the ending of this one, where they're downstairs, it loops into like part 5, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is the weirdest thing because he time travels.
Yeah.
So that was strange. But yeah, that's the end of the movie. The rating.
We have to rate.
What's that?
We have to rate this movie.
We do, and I've been thinking about my rating even before we watched it. I'll ask you first. What's your rating?
Okay, so I want to say my rating before when the movie came out.
Yeah.
In 2009, right?
Yes.
I would have gave that movie a 4.5, and just based off of the way that it made me feel, right? I was terrified when I saw it, and I really loved the idea that they ran with by letting the audiences think that it's real.
Yeah.
It just added to the intensity of the moments that we were watching on the screen, thinking that this happened to a real couple.
Yeah.
I would have gave it a 4.5 back then. Rewatching it now and knowing what I know, I feel like also seeing the sequels kind of have an influence on it, and I kind of want to put the sequels aside, and I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
There was funny moments though, and when I first saw it, it wasn't funny.
No.
So I do enjoy laughing during horror films though. And so I'm going to give this one, I'm stuck between a 2.5 or a 3.
Okay.
Because it was still enjoyable.
It still was, yeah.
And you know what? I'll give it a 3.
You'll give it a 3.
I will give it a 3 because I still enjoyed myself. There was not one moment that I looked to my phone for entertainment, that I started texting, that I started browsing. I was still engaged and intrigued with this movie. Although it was a lot less scary, I think it still holds up today. And I think if you haven't seen it, it's definitely a must watch if you're a horror fan.
I think it is a must watch.
Yeah.
Because of the impact that it had socially before social media, and I think even when social media was like in its infancy at that point, because Facebook existed and MySpace.
Yes.
I'm giving this a 2.5.
Yeah.
Because I do believe this is a movie that if you see it for the first time, that's all you really need, even if sequels aside. Because afterwards, if you don't see it for a while, see like, oh, if it still holds up. Does it still hold up? Kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, my rating for this is 2.5 stars out of 5.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's episode 2 of the Twisted Soulmates podcast. Before we go, we do have some scary movie trivia that we have to get to.
We do.
Yes. So we have our cards ready this time.
Please play along with us. It
Please
just
play
makes
along.
it so
Pause when
much
we ask
fun.
the questions. We'll take a second.
Yeah.
I will let you go first.
Okay, I'm going to ask you first.
Go ahead, hit me.
Okay, this is a relevant one, and I think you're going to get this.
Oh, okay.
So, who did Mia Goth, horror queen, play in the 2022 slasher movie X?
It's the character's name?
Yeah, what's her character's name?
Oh, God. I forgot the character's name.
You don't remember? She played 2 characters.
She
Do you
played
know
Pearl.
either one? Okay, Pearl. Good.
Yeah,
You got
but
it.
the other one, I forgot her name. It's not Maxine.
It is Maxine.
Oh, it is Maxine.
You got it. Yes,
Oh.
it's Maxine Minx and Pearl.
Okay. See, we haven't seen Maxine yet.
No.
So I didn't know that was... Wow, really?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, cool. Yeah, I knew that.
If you have seen Maxine and you would recommend it, please comment on our socials as well. We did see X and Pearl.
We did.
Yeah.
We did. X is a really good movie.
It is.
Pearl is a really good movie, too.
Yeah.
I really want to see Maxine. We should watch that tonight.
We should.
All right, ready for your question?
I'm ready. Wait, first, do you think I'm going to get this one?
You might.
Okay.
Who was the real-life daughter of the Psycho actress Janet Leigh?
Is her last name Lee?
Middle name.
Ooh, Jamie Lee Curtis?
Correct.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Who you are a mega fan of.
Yes, because of Halloween. So.
Yes, awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, so we have some fun things coming up, you guys, in October.
Yes.
And I really do think that the best way to stay connected with us is to follow us on our Instagram page, which is...
At Twisted Soulmates Pod.
And like we mentioned earlier in the podcast, we do a lot of fun giveaways over there. So if you would love to rep our podcast and have some merch, we have a bunch of giveaways coming up. We have a t-shirt giveaway, a crew neck giveaway, a stickers we're giving away right now.
Yes.
All you have to do is like and comment your favorite scary movie.
Yes.
Our stickers are awesome. I love them.
Yeah.
They're also waterproof. So if you want to put them on your water
I did not
bottles.
know that.
Yeah, they're
Wow.
waterproof. Yeah.
There you go.
And so
Put them on those Stanleys.
definitely we've enjoyed connecting with you guys over socials as well.
Yeah.
And you can shoot us a DM and talk horror with us whenever you'd like.
Yes.
You can give us some episode suggestions, because we really do. We record these episodes for us because we're big fans, but we also record them for you guys.
Yeah.
And we just feel like we are watching a scary movie along with you guys.
Yeah.
And it's just been the best experience ever. And stay tuned for, further announcements and more episodes.
Well, speaking of announcements, October will be our next episode 3.
Yes.
On Columbus Day, which I believe is also a Monday.
Yes.
We will be talking about the movie Trick or Treat.
Oh, yeah.
Who I have to thank my sister for putting us on to, because we didn't know about that movie until she told us about it.
And we still didn't give it a chance for a while.
We'll talk more about that on the
Yeah.
episode, but for a while we didn't give it a chance, and when we did, we were blown away. That was
Yeah.
a good movie.
So I would say Trick or Treat is not a really popular movie.
No.
I would say it's a cult movie, right? And if you haven't seen it, but you want to watch before our episode, you should definitely watch it during the month of September, because that will be our episode for October, and it's going to bring all the spooky vibes for Halloween to you.
Speaking of spooky vibes, October will be our October 14th, I believe it is, will be that episode.
Yeah.
Whatever day Columbus Day falls on. In October, there is a certain day called Halloween. October 31st falls on a Thursday. Folks, we're doing a mystery episode that day.
We are not announcing it.
We're not announcing it. The day that episode drops, October 31st, is the day you find out what movie we're talking about.
Yeah.
With that said, stick to our socials. Follow us on Instagram, because we may drop some hints.
Yeah.
We may or may not drop some hints. We may have talked about the movie that we're going to do in episode 1. We may have talked about it here in episode 2. You never know, because there's people already asking us what we're doing, and we're not telling.
No.
You have to find out. You have to follow us on socials. Follow us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. Rate and review. We really, really appreciate it. We really appreciate you guys listening to us today.
We do.
We hope you enjoy your Labor Day, and we'll see you in October for episode 3 and the mystery episode 4. So this has been the Twisted Soulmates podcast. I'm Eddie.
And I'm Ashley.
And you guys take it easy.